Janett, she suffered from severe migraine headaches. They started 13 years before. They came every weekend. They would come on Friday afternoon, and they would last really bad through the weekend and resolve Monday mornings, and then were usually pretty fine during the week. And it was a pattern that she had gone through over the last 13 years. The neurologist, the specialist, nobody could figure out what was going on. She eventually, again, saw somebody, and they did scans and whatever, found that nothing was wrong, and but also understood these principles of cause and effect, and started asking her about her life and her situations, and come to find out she had a father that was alcoholic, and her father was gone working during the week and would be home on the weekends, and his drinking would begin on a Friday afternoon, and his drunkenness would ensue after that, and he was an angry drunk. And so much of the abuse and the trauma that happened in her life was over the weekends while he was home, which resolved when he went to work, and he worked away from the home during the week. Well, he had died, and she refused to go to the funeral. There was no way that she was going to go there and honor that man, and so on. She refused to call his name. She didn't even want to think about him. But these migraines began within a number of weeks of his passing. And it's remarkable that her migraines began on the weekends when her father was home and the abuse happened. And then they were gone during the week when her father was usually gone during the week. And the correlations were pretty strong. And so Janett as well was encouraged to, though her father was dead, to come to God and to accept His forgiveness on her behalf for harboring the resentment and bitterness and so on, to recognize that she can't control it. It's simply a result of the nature that she has, her sinful, fallen human nature. But God, she can come and she can access God, who has a different nature and sees things a different way, and she can come and she can take of God's forgiveness and apply it to her father. Now, is her father dead? Yes. Does she need to forgive him one-on-one? No, it's impossible. But the problem is not her father. The problem is her own thoughts in her own mind. And those thoughts need to be resolved, and so she herself needs to come to a point of having a forgiving attitude towards her father and letting him go, recognizing that what he didn't have control of either, just like she cannot control her resentment and bitterness towards her father now and the production of the migraine headaches. So her father could not control his alcoholism and his anger and abuse towards her. And so to understand that, then to come to God and to accept the divine exchange at the cross, and then to offer to take forgiveness from God and give it to her father. And she was encouraged to do so, and within a week her migraine headaches were gone. Gone. Was it all just in her head? Well, you might say so, and migraines are there too. There were very real physical things that were going on in her body, but the foundation of the issue was in her mind. Her hatred of her father, her inability to love him, the resentment and bitterness that she harbored against him was the foundation of the migraines that she experienced. And once the cause was removed, then the effects must cease.